Hey everyone, IntoWeapons back again with you. Wanted to do a quick review on this backpack I picked up recently. I was looking for a budget backpack and ran across this one, which runs right around $40. I linked the backpack below in the description in case you guys want to check it out yourselves, but not positive on the manufacturer, but for the price it seems like a pretty decent bag. It's listed as a 40-liter X7 backpack for outdoor activities, but could really be used for any kind of school bag as well. I received it in a camo design, as you can see here, but it's also available in tan and black as well. The material used, according to the listing, is an 800D waterproof Oxford fabric. The bag's dimensions are approximately 13.2 inches wide, 18.5 inches tall, and about 9.1 inches deep when fully expanded. So it's got a pretty good size here. You can put a lot of stuff in it. There are a lot of features on the bag that I like, and there's a few things I wasn't so fond of, but I think some of the cons of this bag are reflected in the lower price than some of its more expensive equivalent backpacks in the markets and some of the backpacks I reviewed previously, which were around the $50 to $60 price point. First, just taking an overall look at the bag, you'll notice it's in a familiar design, but offers a lot of pockets as well as a flap with pockets that rests over the front of the bag and clips to the bottom to hold it in place, which I haven't really seen too many bags like this in this type of feature, so that was one feature that actually drew me to this bag, which was kind of nice. It seems like an excellent place to put items which are needed quickly without much effort. And after using it, it also seems to balance the bag better than one without a flap. So when I have it on my back, it kind of just makes it feel a little more balanced, like I said initially. But it's got a good design there. I really like that overall flap that kind of hangs off the side. The 800D Oxford fabric is a bit stiff, but does seem waterproof as advertised. I also noticed the main compartment on the inside has some additional water protection. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to kind of see that really that much, but essentially what they did is they kind of put it up along the inside here, double wrapped, and this is kind of an extra flapping there to make sure that that inside pocket remains nice and dry on the inside. Due to the material being a bit thin and only being one layer, I would guess that this bag may be more prone to rips and tears if caught on sharp things, so that's something you're going to be aware of. I'm not sure how easy it would be to repair a rip with this particular material either, really, that you can't stitch it or anything like that. It's going to be more of like a patch job, I would think. So, again, I'm not really sure how easy that would be. But this is a material that only, again, one layer on there, so if you catch it on something jagged, even a knife or something like that, it's probably going to rip or tear, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult to patch that up. Another slight concern of mine was the single stitching throughout the bag, and I'm not going to really be able to probably give you guys a good view of this with the lighting conditions I have, but you can see there on the Velcro, as long as the seams here and the seam there, it's all single stitching. Excluding some of the vital areas like the straps, they do have some double stitching up here in the areas where you're going to have a lot of stress and pressure. Kind of up in these areas, they have some double stitching, so that's nice to see at least. I can't physically pull the seams apart, but for the amount of stretching and stitch tearing that I see when I do try, it leads me to believe this would be a weak point of the bag if it were to be overloaded, which would really take a lot. It would be uncomfortable to get to that point in size or weight. So for normal loads, I don't expect it would ever wear faster than any other bag on the market in this price class. So overall, I think the durability there will last as long as, again, you don't overload it. And again, being overloaded, it's probably going to be a bit uncomfortable on you anyway. So. The bag has lots of Molle attachments in the front and on the side, which is really cool to see. As you can see across the front here, they got the Molle attachments, and then the sides as well, up and down on both. You can keep any accessories you want on the outside of the bag, which is nice with those. The front of the bag also has lots of Velcro sections for any patcher the user may want to display, which I like to do personally. So you got, the Velcro on the front of the Molle here. Again, you can put patches on there, or even accessories that have attachments via Velcro, as well as some on the flap and the top as well. So that's kind of nice to see. The metal zippers seem durable and work well. They don't have any hang-up areas where the material may get caught as it's being zipped, which I see with a lot of bags. You're kind of rolling it up here, and that material that's along the edges there will kind of get caught in the zipper. But this one doesn't have any issues like that I've noticed after using it for a while. And again, it seems like the zippers are pretty durable. They're metal, which is nice to see. I'd like to have seen the pockets have all dual zippers, but this backpack only has dual zippers on the two large compartments in the kind of the rearward part here. One of the items that I think is reflected in the price, and it's certainly not a deal breaker for me. I mean, one zipper on this flap here and one zipper on this flap here, I can work with. That's not a huge deal. Just like to see two zippers if that's sometimes possible. It just makes it a little bit more versatile. It did come with some paracord weaved into the front here on the flap. I'll show you that here. Kind of see that there. I can't really tell what it's made for, except for maybe decoration than anything. I suppose it would provide an extra amount of rope in a tough situation if you really needed it though. So, but that paracord there, I guess, is something they even put in the advertisement as being there. So that's, I guess, an important feature. For the straps on the bag, the sides do have size restricting adjustable nylon straps for compressing the bag if needed, which is a pretty standard feature. It is a nice feature though. With some loads, tightening this bag will ease the burden of the load on the user when being carried. The shoulder straps are fairly decent, although I think it's probably one of my biggest pain points of the bag. Even though the rear part of the bag, which rests on the back, does have padding for support and comfort, unfortunately the shoulder straps have no padding. I mean, they have the ventilation here, which is real nice, but really the padding is non-existent in there. And that might affect heavier load carrying again if you don't have that shoulder strap on there for longer distance carrying with a really heavy load. That's going to kind of hurt your shoulders and kind of dig into you a little bit. But for regular loads, I don't think that's going to be an issue. It certainly makes it a little bit less, space. It doesn't take up as much space, I guess. You have a little bit more wiggle room when you take the straps on and off. So there is a perk not to having that padding in there. Sometimes that just gets in the way a little bit too, if it's something that you really don't need. And then the straps here on the shoulder straps here as well, as you can see, you can adjust those, and if you have a heavier load, strap those in together to make that a little bit more balanced on you, keep that stuff together. I technically never even use these things, but it's nice to see that they have them. I know a lot of people do when they do trekking or hiking or something like that. So the backpack does not include the waist strap, which you normally see in a lot of these comparable bags. To be honest, I dislike waist straps, so this was no loss for me, but something to consider for someone who may be using it for hiking, camping, or any other activities needing extended wear time or heavier loads. For compartment, this offers 2 large main compartments. The rearmost will open the flap here, which will open up here for you. You can see inside there, got that pad there and that pad there. The largest one here has additional padding around the edges. It's nice because you can kind of keep more of your secure items in this bag, which I think most people do. The compartment has a smaller padded section, which you can see here, which can safely hold a laptop up to 14.5 inches, but the main compartment can accommodate a laptop of pretty much any size. The padded subsection can also be used for a hydration bladder, with the padding acting as a natural barrier for reduction of cold or hot transfer, which I think a lot of people like to do with the hiking and camping and things of that nature. The second largest compartment here, we'll open that up for you. And it does zip all the way down. You get past these little restricting straps here. So it opens up fully there. We can even strap this and then strap that, open it up fully for you so you get a good view of it. There you go. You get a inside holder and then the main compartment there, I should say. It's a large size, and I can appreciate for the ability to separate items such as books from laptops, water bottles, other items you may not want to get mingled in with that large compartment stuff. If you have a laptop in here, sometimes getting stuff away from the electronics is nice. The remainder of the compartments are fairly standard, offering numerous other pockets with other various size items, and I'll go ahead and open that front pocket up for you there so you can kind of see in the inside there, just a pretty standard pocket. And you got the second one here, which offers a kind of a nice large area, but then you have a nice mesh pocket in the front and then another pocket behind that, which is real nice, so you got a little bit of versatility on that one. Overall, I think the bag is a pretty good buy. It offers some really nice features on a budget price, and I'm confident it'll last years without an issue. I would recommend it more for a lighter load, not exceeding probably 35 pounds. If you're looking for a more expensive but more durable backpack, something with double stitching, shoulder padding, and perhaps a waist strap, bags with these features typically start around the $55 entry level. So again, this is more of that budget $40 level. That should be everything. Hope it helps, but as always, feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, take her easy.